5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. OG's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. OG's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. OG's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. OG's turn to pick.
Night Stalker.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. OG's turn to pick.
Jen.
Radiant team pick.
Donovan.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. OG's turn to ban.
Enchantress.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. OG's turn to ban.
Welcome back. We've had our dinner break. We're full of burgers and a good old time in the kitchen as well, but we've got another series for you guys, wonderful viewers. Prepare yourselves. We're heading ourselves into game 1, a best of 3 between Team World and OG. I mean, the matchup of these players, these teams, on paper, it looks like it's going to be a spectacular match. You could maybe argue that, OG have been underperforming recently and Team World are a very new team, but you look at the caliber of the drafting, the captaining of these guys. SVG and Sax have captained and coached teams. You've Lion No Tail who have brought this team together. And the draft so far, what do you feel? What do you think feels worth kind of pointing out?
So the way this draft opened up was the first pick Night Stalker from Fly, thought about it a little bit, and then he just went Chen, Shadow Shaman. And just having some sort of pushing aspect removes a lot of things that Night Stalker wants to do in the game. NS likes it when the game is slightly slow-paced, when you can play this pick-off game and really utilize the vision that he provides. He's not the greatest team-fighting tool because, he doesn't really provide any lockdown, and he relies on really auto-attacking people to deal damage. And that's hard to do into a creep army and Rasta ward. So I really like this idea that they opened up with. They went with Chen Rasta right away. But the response pick in Ench, I think, is very interesting because Ench and Chen, I believe they can take each other's creeps. But Chen has a way shorter cooldown on his creep persuasion. Because we had this argument actually at WSG, me and Ake, Loda, and Swedish team about which one beats which one. And Ake was like, I think it's pretty hard to say, but the one advantage that Chen does have is the shorter cooldown, so you can take the creep back a lot easier.
You think back to maybe 2 or 3 years ago, going back into the history of Dota, when Chen used to get picked, you'd often ban Enchantress. Enchantress 10 creep and be like, cool. And Chen would have the difficulty that if he stole an Ench creep, you'd still have a countdown timer.
Yeah.
So it would time out. Yeah, Chen has had a fair number of buffs and changes to him recently. Yeah. Test of Faith got buffed quite significantly. See, there's a very snap pick Enchantress there from Team
10 seconds remaining.
Second phase, Lycan and SF banned. More pushing power there removed out. Presence of the Dark Lord hit affecting towers. Probably great talent it has, and of course the Howl from Lycan. Amazing. Looking at the way this is kind of setting up, did you expect Enchantress just in that offlane role, maybe with a Stalker? Could this be like a dual roaming setup?
I'd say most probably one of these two heroes is playing the 3 position. It could be the Night Stalker just playing in the offlane, and then they use the Enchantress to try to deal with the Chen. But seeing both of them roam together, I think, is unlikely. This is something that, again, we discussed a bit at WSG actually, within our own team, where Ake felt like with Enchantress, you want to have another 4 kind of, where Enchantress buys the wards and she does all that stuff because she doesn't really farm the fastest. So having someone else that can push out creep waves and have some wave clear as your 4s, or your other support is probably something you want. And I mean, Night Stalker doesn't really do that, but yeah, I think he's most likely going to be a position 3 NS for Ench, but they always have the option of adapting to.
Now have a puck to respond to.
Yeah.
Taking their sweet time about this pick, but you're saying that third pick in this spot.
OG's turn.
Important. Team World go for an abandon.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what the idea here is. So I was assuming that one of those 2 heroes was going to be in the offlane, but now that abandon's being picked, it's most likely Night Stalker Ench is a dual roaming setup. And that means most probably you're going to get 3 solo laners, or 3 heroes that can solo lane very well to go up against these OG heroes. And the idea probably is to try to make sure that they win the laning phase so hard that OG can't hit their push timing, and that the Chen is so under leveled that he does not manage to, get enough creeps to really go for that push, and in that way kind of slow them down and prevent the push from even happening, and then allowing themselves to play the NS.
Team World with only 5 games on their record, pretty easy to go profile. Interestingly enough, it's the exact opener they used Moriarty in qualifiers in the previous round. Baden. The DK is banned out here, so it's like OG catching on quickly to what's happening, but Weaver is still out there. You look at that draft, and it really just is kind of a snowball. We're just going to run at you, try and pressure you as hard as we can with power push here and there, but mainly it's this kind of survivability and laning phase where you're never going to get whittled down. Experience as OG. Is this a double down on the pushing power? Drew it up for them.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure who plays it, but I'm gonna assume it's No Tail. Right? It should be a safe lane 100, I think. Yeah, and I think it probably has to do with the laning matchup against the Baron as well. Picking this lone druid means that Rasta has a lot of options of moving around and playing elsewhere, maybe even dual laning mid or something like that, and putting that lone druid 1v1 against the. So this is really, it's looking like both teams are kind of going for this 3 solos and then the supports play together, or really it depends on what this last pick is from. Yeah, I'm not really too sure which team I like better. I think they both have different strengths. Like, if Team World is able to slow this game down and make sure that the Night Stalker and Anch control the early game, and them adapting, I mean, OG trying to chase after those 2 heroes and they're the ones pressuring, I think it could be really huge. But if the laning phase goes a bit passively, and OG can just farm up their items and hit this timing together, it's going to be very difficult for Team World to stop them, I think. Straight up 5 versus.
Especially with that not having any direct counters. OG no wave clear, really. They've left open that resolution hero, though. Draft, you're kind of wondering what do they need to clear out illusions, try amplify their push up, add in some team fight to help out Puck, potentially. Out for BP and Broodmother banned out. Oh, the Brood ban, Team World, they don't want to get hit by that one.
Yeah, they probably feel like they're in a pretty good position where if they manage to do well in lanes and really pressure them. So getting Brood kind of like, if there's a Brood in the middle lane, you have this like dead area which you cannot cross. And Enchantress isn't really one of the best heroes where you can like start bottom and then TP top and make a gank there. You kind of need that creep to go with you. So banning out Brood is like, on top of not wanting to get brooded, it also keeps a lane open for them which they can gank with their 2 supports. So I really like that ban. But I was thinking about this just now, like, Lone Druid with a Fear can push people out of the Dream Coil. And that could be a good way to, like, deal with PL. You know, you blink in silence, drop the coil, do some damage to him. When it's about to end, you press the Fear, he breaks the coil, and you get a long duration AoE control on PL. So
They were doing this at Boston Major. One of the majors a year or so ago, they were doing this a lot with the S4 Puck and the No-Tail Lone Druid. And Ember Spirit for Team World, a hero that I just never see anymore, you know, not in pubs, not in pro play. The hero has been somewhat untouched. There are a couple of players that do like to pick up time and still go for that magic damage build with Veil and Maelstrom, the boost travel. In a little bit of a sneak back of the Battle Fury build time, and here definitely could be a possibility up against Chen Army, against Druid, but space creating Ember Spirit, the kind of pick-off power. Squishy heroes of OG. Like, you look at their lineup, they've got 3 squishy inner heroes, an agi hero that's sure with his ultimate. Acceptable. And you have the root of the chains against.
yeah, I think something that's very interesting about the Team World Draft is you don't really know how they're laning either. And on top of all that magic damage, they're also very hard heroes to kill. Like, both PL and Ember are like these 2 heroes that you need a lot of lockdown to just deal with them specifically. And OG's draft kind of lacks like easy to use lockdown. You have the Shadow Shaman with the chains, shackles, the shackles,
The grabby hand.
the grabby hand. But it's not like that reliable. And on top of everything, there's an Abaddon on the enemy team. Deal with these stuns, the few ones that they do have. So I think in this game, the way it's set up, like, I really think it's going to come down a lot to how much does the Chen and Rasta manage to do early on, and how does the early game end up. Because in static lane situations, I think OG are going to come out on top. They have both Lone Druid and Monkey King, which are going to like win their lane slowly. And I don't really see any of these heroes that can like really zone out the puck from his lane and the off lane either. So the thing that they do have for Team World is that they have gank potential on pretty much any lane between Night Stalker, Enchantress, and any of these 3 cores.
And then mid to late game, they've got that macro or map maneuverability, right? With
Yeah.
travel, with PL and M. Hypermobile that maybe split push or come in to react. I'm looking at this S4 puck, and like you're saying, there really isn't that much deal with it. Send S4 up there, maybe with the help of the 10 rotation, one gank comes in. Whoever's on that top lane, whether it be the PL or the Ember Spirit, I'm assuming the PL will have what happens. There's going to be so much emphasis on, we've seen this throughout the series, just that tension needed from the supports to come back, defend, play defensively, or do the polar opposite and try and create action on the other sides of the map. Excuse me. But ganking into a lone druid, like
Prepare for battle.
with Savage Raw, the fact that he's never really showing properly on lane as a hero, just keep front. Notable. Who's that for? M-A-U-L-T-E.
I'm sure it's a funny way to spell mate in Australian,
Mate.
right?
Yeah.
Could it be?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just add some extra letters in there.
Yeah,
It's
it's
the Australian way.
exactly. So,
Or if you're Toby, just add an R to every word.
true. Or true, I guess.
True. Nice body block. S4 comes in, allows Fly to shackle up Saxa. Nice Stalker. Feels thick of pain from resolution. First blood goes the way of OG. Start as their 4 heroes rotate down. Lone Druid scouting with his bear up on the top rune. Again, just not putting himself in harm's way. OG, the map, already at an advantage.
Yeah, they get this first blood. There looks like they're going to try to go for the 4-rune dream. Until poking in with that bear. But from behind, might be a return kill here for Radiant, but...
Slowed down by the charm. Got this Curse of the Avernus and no tail. What's he got? Tangos, no Fairy Fire, no Salve. It looks like he's going to die here. One more click from SVG, and they do indeed. Not only that, but the Bounty Rune goes their way, so 4-rune dream going to turn into a 2-2. The runes and a 1-for-1 across the kill board.
Yeah, and one of the big things about killing Lone Druid this early into the game is that he does not have another bear. So he's probably going to have to play... I mean, he's going to have it fairly... He's going to have to play a little bit without...
Starting in the dire jungle, sitting behind mid. This Observer Ward across Courier. Snipe it out, but OG are just so clever. So smart. They
They're
know what's
aware.
happened.
Yeah, they're aware.
Courier all the way back around, so lane setups, what we're looking at here, Abaddon against the Lone Druid 1v1. The classic tri-lane mid, Resolution Fly and Jirak, all sitting around this Ana Ember Spirit, an Ember, a hero, super susceptible to these very early rotations. You know, you think of a hero like Storm Spirit who gets ganked pre-6, very similar for the Ember Spirit when he doesn't have that defensive remnant ability, or even just Chains. He rotated on, and now they've got a Dark Troll. Likely the best creep here, honestly, to start things off so they can get the shackles lined up. Resolution gets the hits in. And Ana, he's going to die under his tower. 3 heroes camping mid. Never feels good about that.
Yeah, and this is such a big kill because basically what they've been doing with this Shadow Shaman is they've been having him sitting in Limbo Lane and just denying creep with this absurd like base damage. And now that Anna's like, I finally get some XP under the tower, they're like, no, we're going to dive you and kill you and make sure you get nothing. They're off to a really, really good start in this middle. I talked a lot about how important the CS was in the last game, and it's basically right now in Dota, it feels like these creep kills mean more than maybe what they've ever had. Like this, having good creep kills means so much more than getting these kills, and the biggest aspect of Ana dying is really just the creeps that died to the tower.
Feels like what people more commonly do in the safe lane against an enemy off lane, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
If they drag or pull the wave, bit of equilibrium disparity. They just now do that to the Ember Spirit as Jirak's nice TP out of the void, but the pebble from the Golem comes in, the steal of the Satyr, and Jirax is dead inside this Radiant jungle. Scores the 2 rotations of the supports though, and again, we're looking at this opening up lanes for No Tail, for Rezo to 1v1 the Ember, and S4 is having a pretty nice time bottom lane, right? Level 3 already. Pretty good.
Yeah, looks like the lane is going very evenly, so I do think...
Oh, is that a 1 kill turning into 2? Resolution, a couple more hits here. We'll get stacks up, but it's going to be the Satyr. Turning it back again.
Yeah, so it feels like, as of right now, OG are getting the better end of these. The big disparity between the two teams is the middle. If you look top, Abaddon and No Tail are pretty close. Bottom lane, Puck and PL are pretty close in terms of CS. But in middle, it's really big that is favoring OG this much. Frost is just 9 creeps. Yeah, look at it.
Anna, you left our team. We're gonna make you leave the game in a second.
Yeah.
Denying creeps, ruining his lane. It's one of these things, right, where it can have a number of effects on a player. Anna could be thinking, right, they're focusing me, the rest of my team. You're going to have to pick up the slack here in the early game, and then I'll come back stronger later. I'll find a way back into the game and really prove my worth. Or it can just mentally crush you and you're like, they've ruined me. They've actually just ruined my game. 4F top. Down here by the bear. Fly ready with the shackles, and no mana for a shield means that 4F with a Savage Roar there is dead. A rotation from SVG not going to pay off as Jirax chases him back out of the lane as well. As bottom lane, they do get a kill on S4. Used his orb aggressively or something. Oh, they've got the 1 point in crippling fear, that's why. Saxo, 1-1-1.
Yeah, not very common that you see that, especially. I think like almost always you get either 2 points in your void or get the hunter into the lane. I don't think S4 expected the.
Kind of similar with Earth Spirit, right? Where we've seen like a 0-1-1 build, like specifically against.
Yeah.
Just that silence, so potent. The hero. Fresh ward placed down by S4. Again, looking to see where SVG and Saxa are coming and going. They will smoke in the fog, unnoticed by OG. Moving in towards the middle lane. Rezo and Fly holding the staircase. Maybe a difficult entry for Saxa and SVG. Got what? A Void? Charm?
Yeah, they do have that nighttime up right now though, so the slow from Night Stalker last, even though it's just level 1. Should be enough for Ember to catch up and drop those chains.
Fly's positioning.
Yeah.
Able to have this kind of area where they do come up the ramp straight or across and be able to find a little bit of breathing room to get some CS. Very least. For left down bottom now to 1v1 up against the PL, already with a null. Second one should be coming out. Courier, which it is. Triple wards around mid lane. Thinking, okay, Anna, we'll give you a better time now. One of them does finally disappear. Still, double observer wards on the mid lane.
Yeah, the rough thing is though that like they're putting a lot of emphasis on Ember Spirit, but no matter what they do, like it's always going to be an Ember against Monkey. They're pretty rough now.
Well, S4's looking for the solo kill. Doppelganger gets Kaiser away. Saxa is there again with this tripling fear. Done. Kaiser will back the shrine, heal back up to pretty much full. Top lane, the root, they get the entangling claws onto 4F, but he pops the shield. Looks like he'll be fine for now to weather this storm. Double catapults. Jirax has stolen one, they've got the Spirit Bear still going, and they're pressuring this tower reasonably hard. But you can say the same thing about mid lane. SVG is here with a Mud Golem, they've got a catapult going, as though tries to hold them back alone.
So, when I think about Ana as a player, I think of him like, of how he played on OG. A lot of the times they would like leave him kind of alone mid, let him have this like rough game, and he would do like the recovery thing. So I actually think he's quite comfortable playing the situation that he's in right now. I think he's done a lot with OG. It's going to be interesting to see how he does it against them.
They kind of sack him early, then come back later.
Yeah, let him forget about him. He just farms, pushes out waves. And this is one of the strengths of Ember, right?
He's not a threat, surely.
Yeah.
We killed him a couple of times in lane.
Made sure he got no creep kill.
Yes, half of that of the Monkey King. Bottom lane a dive. Or not going to come to anything just yet. But this is Saxa nighttime. Looking for the silence. There's the jaunt away, though, just as the silence comes through. Fine for now. But this is OG taking tier 1 top, shifting their weight towards mid. They really are just muscling Team World off this map, it feels like, at this moment in time. Just forcing these reactions while Saxa TP's in. SVG's coming in from the east. And OG's like, cool, we've sent 2 supports to our Monkey King's lane. Now you've sent 4 heroes here, we can maybe go back and farm jungle, move up towards top and help Lone Druid, or even just wait around and we're getting the better trade regardless. Yeah,
and Jirax really is like opening up this. Getting this tier 1 mid tower would allow for them to pressure the Ember Spirit when he goes to farm these camps, which is basically where he's looking to, you know, recover his game and get back into it. And really, I like that he's saving this catapult. He does not want to give it away. He knows that if Team World makes like any aggressive rotation on other lanes, he can just rotate back mid and get the tower, as that scores in a bit of.
Phantom Lance lot of damage, but he's still got this shift and jaunt away with the orb. The double nulls allowing him to be gear enough to withstand all of that damage.
Yeah.
And mid lane, like you were saying, to come back in again. Not with the Chen just yet. Well, Jerax is wandering over. He's making his way there. There's tier 1 middle lane in a lot of trouble. The searing chains from Ana. Oh, he has overstepped massively as Resolution gets the 4th hit in, and with that boundless strike. Short work of the Ember Spirit. Now it's down to Forev to kind of stand here and be like, please don't kill our tower.
Yeah, and during all this time, you know, No-Tail's farming away. He needs to get to that Radiance. That's basically like the OG. All they want to do is they want to make sure to get to that Radiance as soon as possible for this Lone Druid and then start playing Dota 2. So the more the time that he gets to just farm alone, unpressured, the happier OG becomes. All this stuff that's happening around the map, that Chen is like going to hit towers and forcing the Sabaton to rotate over, it's just making No-Tail so happy.
I always love little plays. TPing home with a bear, pick up the Midas, and then you recall back. I often forget that you can TP with it, honestly.
Yeah.
Play enough of the hero. Ana forced away. Level 5 still. Oh, he's so close to level 6. That's what he was trying to get up a top lane, but No-Tail knows this, diving in, and Jirax helping out a touch there. Gets the kill on Ana 9 minutes in. Sub-level 6. Oh, so barely, but it all adds up.
Yeah, he's having a really rough time. You know, with his mid tower dropping very low, he's not really finding the space to recover. He's going to go top again to try to get that level 6. So it's going to be a big level for him. Once he gets it, it's going to be a lot harder for OG to bring him down.
Forev's done a good job mid at least. Bring OG back at least a little bit. S4 still continues to defend his tower. With SVG here having a statter to go forward, they will start the fight on OG's side. Snap of the coil, and they know which one's real. Kaiser is being caught and killed with the rotation from Resolution. Not only killing the PL, but getting that 4th hit. Very important if he wants to chase and catch anyone else, but SVG has run the other way until he walks into Fly. The vision he's given by God knows what, the Monkey King potentially gets the shackle up onto the high ground after the Hex.
Yeah, Monkey King being up on the high ground there, giving Ross the vision to do that play. And now bottom, Jerax is, again, 10 minutes. There's another catapult coming. I wouldn't be surprised to see him take over the Radiant one. Oh, he actually doesn't have the...
How unfortunate.
Yeah.
He will soon though, right?
Right, the
S4,
medallion.
bodyguard this. Yeah, body block your creep wave. Don't let them kill the catapult. Yeah, you're right. Steals it up. Double Satyr and catapult. Keep coming in from Kaiser. Is this a defense worth mounting here for Team World?
It looks like he feels pretty safe doing this play. He doesn't feel like they can really kill him. OG aren't going to try to do that either. They're just going to take that tower and now they're going to back off. They've opened up the map. The mid tower is like the next... And they got all the tier 1s already at 11 minutes.
He gets a big boundless strike here. Rezo could think about turning and fighting. Throws it in onto Ana. Have any teammates nearby. It's just... It feels like a masterclass. The way they're playing, I so rarely look at the Lone Druid. And the reason is because they're doing this on purpose. They're making action happen. Bot lane, mid lane, jungle, and Lone Druid is just free farming, pushing lane.
Yeah, Jerax has done a great job of finding himself in the place that, you know, they're vulnerable. And now middle lane, there's a smoke wraparound. So this is Team World saying no. You know, they want to set some kind of stop to this push. Seems like OG's aware. Fly's already backed off.
The Ether Shock in. Shackles onto the Centaur to stop the chain stun. Oh, he's done it as well. Monkey, he's going to make a retreat here. Needs the boundless strike to hold them back. And the Hand of God comes through, but they do get the kill with a 4-man gank squad. Jirax on the eastern side, waiting for a go here with S4 arriving. No Dream Coil, only the nukes that he has at his disposal, but Lone Druid's just not getting involved. Keep Midas in creeps, building towards the relic, giving away Resolution. Sure, it's a nice little kill. Radiant. Any real objectives, doesn't get them, you know, a foot in the door really. It's just a kill for kill's sake.
Yeah, exactly. And they still lost that mid tier 1 tower to the Rasta ward. OG is very happy with the way this game is looking. This is what they drafted for, and the game is based perfect. And now they decided to go for a looks like the PL is the target.
Arcane Rune as well. All well done from this offlane position. Another gold or so saved up. Kaiser. Two deaths in quick succession already, and this is going to be the 3rd one. OG's turn to come in on force. Phantom Lancer, Jirax with Arcanes and Medallion. They're just all so farmed. Look at the net worth, in fact, 7k, 6k, but their support sitting significantly ahead of their counter here already.
Overall, just the early game has been going exactly OG's ways. A lot of the net worth obviously is from the towers that they've claimed, and it doesn't look like they're slowing down. They're going for that tier 2 top, and it's going to drop to the lone. He is scary close to this relic, already at 13 minutes.
A lot of damage onto Ana. Not a spirit to jump away, but he's going to turn and try to battle with S4, but Fly nearly getting in there with a Hex or a Shackle. Quick remnant away from Ana will get the safety, but top lane are chasing a bear. Get the bear, kill it. Golden experience coming our way. This is a nice little bonus for Team World.
Yeah, and I do believe Kaiser got the last hit on it. He's working on that Diffusal Blade. They understand that, you know, there's going to be a huge time for OG once this Radiance comes up, and most likely they're going to get items to try to stall, and I think Ember Spirit's boosted travels are going to be important for that, but it looks like, okay, no, he's actually going for drums. So this means both PL and him are, yeah, PL's also building Diffusal Blade, so it looks like they want to try to take that fight. They want to set the foot down and be like, no, you're not getting any more towers.
Try and hit that sweet spot where they've both got an item or so.
Yeah, most probably gonna wait for the Diffusal until they make it play. Another smoke from OG here.
Yuri, Rezo. Roshan is a possibility here with the Medallion. They'd love a pick first, and with a Boundless Strike chained beautifully. OG just get every spell synchronized on top of the Ember Spirit, and there just really wasn't any room to maneuver. They had spells left over, in fact, to be able to bring him down, and Fly drops the Serpent Wards at the tier 2. Trade from Team World top, so they're getting something out of this map, but again, it's been a common thread and theme throughout this qualifier so far that the team behind, you're going for these desperation trades, while your opponents, if they've got the pushing power, go for not one but 2 towers at the same time. Maybe No-Tail, though, has overplayed his hand a touch. He's getting ganked and roamed in on here, pops the Savage Roar, but with no TP available, he will likely fall, just buying time for the rest of his team to maneuver across the map and maybe make an opening elsewhere.
Yeah, Jirax is already inside of Roshan, and it's unfortunate that he doesn't have a TP. I actually think it's quite hard for those 3 heroes to bring him down if he does have one there. But yeah, immediately into Roshan. Like you said, the theme really is like doing multiple things at once. You don't want to just be committing to a tower in one place with heroes. You want to force them to bring heroes bottom, deal with that Mildred, and at the same time get...
And sorry, Pitbuckle. Sorry. I'll update the stream title. JJ. Saving my life as always. Saving esports as I ruin it day to day. But they get Roshan. Pretty simple. Rezo with the Aegis. He can just waste some ancient, you know, split push lanes, not really care too much about what Team World brings to the table. But is this the timing you're looking for? I can see you looking at that courier, finding out what's on it. Here's a blade.
Yeah.
And a drum. So, Team World, is it smoke time? Or is it just walk down a lane?
I'm not sure if it's even either of that. I think most probably they're just gonna... and, try to catch people out that they feel are out of position. Because I don't really think they want to straight up 5v5. They want to find this engagement, like where they're able to kill someone before all of OG is there. And right now OG are preparing the lanes. The puck is pushing out top, and is moving in towards bottom. They're totally aware of where Team World is. And it looks like they actually are gonna back off here, or I would assume so.
The Radiance has arrived for No-Tail, and we'll get spotted out here. And you're right, Team World full retreat as they try and catch us. Feet. 17-minute Veil Blink from the off lane on this puck. Incredible performance so far. Been very easy though to point out, you know, OG's players and heroes doing well because of the way they set up the lanes, the way they've drafted. You've got to say that Team World, even at this 8k net worth deficit, 12 in the kills, they're still farming pretty nicely, right? The Abaddon's up there, he's moving towards Radiance after his Fate Drums. They have those primary items on the core heroes, and with this dual core lineup with double Agi heroes, I feel like they scale pretty damn well, but it's gonna come down to that critical moment, right?
Yeah, I
where
mean,
OG
they...
are like, we go.
Scale they definitely do. Like, if this game drags on for a long time, December Spirit and PL together are going to be hard to deal with, simply due to lack of lockdown. Like, they're a big combination to get kills in this game. Lone Druid, Roar, and the puck. So, at this point in the game, they don't need to commit so much to kill either Ember or PL, because they're not tanky enough to where they require a lot of spell usage, as Soxa might be caught.
Serpent Wards and Shackles Nice little Searing Chains play there. Oh, but S4 in with the coil and the Waning Rift. They take down the Ember. 30 seconds until he returns. He has a buyback, but they're going to lose 3. Abaddon falls in the midst of it all, and SVG is going to have to pull his team out of the grave here and try and defend this, but the tier 3 is already gone. Alpha Wolf helping out with the damage output here from OG as they chase forward, looking for Kaiser. The Savage Roar barely mistimed. Great doppelganger there from the PL, but it's Resolution up at the front, zoning out with a big boundless strike across the front of 2 of them. Saxon will barely escape with 3 stacks of the Jingo up, but this is a Rax secured. 20 minutes from OG, and I don't think they're done yet. They're moving towards mid.
Yeah, they understand that, you know, they're so much stronger than their opponents right now. There's like this huge disconnect in timing for the Radiant heroes, and OG's not afraid to push it. They're just going straight into the base, and
the chain stuns. Ember's forced to buy back. And that's another tier 3. Now, OG might think now about backing up, but they still have Aegis on Monkey King. Where is Rezo at? Oh, he's jumping over trees. He's into the enemy base. The Savage Roar. There. The deny on the bear. Resolution's like, no, you're not even having that. We'll take every inch out of this game for you, Team World, as Kaiser nearly gets Waning Rifted, but again, a good doppelganger. The trouble is, he just cannot stick onto a target. They're lifting up their racks. OG will now start to think about the retreat, falling back, bringing the creeps away from danger there as the Chen does get back to safety, but in comes S4 again with a nice Hex into a Boundless Strike. They'll take down the Phantom Lantern and they'll turn this into more, converting kills into more kills, printing money for themselves. Resolution still with the Aegis, really not anything to fear for him. Team World, this really is desperation. You can feel their fingers starting to bleed as they're spamming every spell they can to keep OG away from their base. The Shadow Blade freshly arriving here for Rezo. Sneaky play.
yeah, and the no bear on no tail probably is the big thing here. Had they still had a bear, probably would have committed to this push. Knowing that they don't have a bear, they're going to back off, probably wait for that cooldown to come up. Maybe even wait for 2 bears if they want to play it extremely safe, and then just head straight back down mid. They don't want to give Team World any opportunities to build up any. They spend a lot of gold on buybacks here.
Oh.
There's just no reason to let them breathe.
Ow! What?
Toxic God.
Dude, he's here and the courier's here. He just did a 250 range attack with Night Stalker. Hello?
He has Monkey King's bar.
Ah, very true, very true. Jirax, we missed that dance. Oh well. Kaiser comes out and gets a kill. S4 and Fly. Out in the open potentially. They've got an observer ward scouting everything, so they've got the information they need. We'll stick around. As I was just saying, Resolution's picked up a Shadow Blade. He has now finished the desk.
Yeah, all this tower gold and the Rax gold, it's really, really stacking up. Their heroes are all like absurdly big at this time in the game. Rip for
dead. Remnant in, Hex immediately, and Fly is being right-clicked by SVG with infant shots with the Serpent Water there to trap him in. Ana, Beard uprooted now as well, and the Ember can't run, cannot hide. No Tail secures a double kill. Forced to retreat, but I think Resolution, oh no, he had his number, but he lost it and forgot it, didn't want to return the call. Kaiser will back up. Not really sidestepping the Boundless Strike, but he gets away from it regardless. But this is the S4 Dream Coil special. Snaps onto the PL. A big placement as well as he jumps forward. One more punch and Rezo will get another. And GG is going to be coming as Saxa calls it. Game 1 to OG. 8-24, but that seemed like a walk in the park for them.
Yeah, No Tail was standing still and just 360ing in place as his bear was killing the Rax. And I think that kind of summarizes how they feel about this game.